I was actually in nursing school. I was at Texas Women's University. I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be a nurse for as long as I can remember. So went to one of the best nursing schools in DFW and kept getting called into counseling. And my school counselor actually told me, she's like, all your volunteer work is in counseling. Like, why don't you give this a shot? So I didn't really roll with it. I resisted in the beginning. I definitely fought it. But, you know, like they say, when you fight it, you tend to get more signs if you're looking for it. So I got guidance along the way to my practicum. My internship was in a palliative, actually the first palliative that I was offered a position for soon after. I primarily have worked with clients dealing with either chronic or terminal illness, so with palliative and hospice, and so that's been the majority of my career at least. But I have learned throughout my training that grief and suffering in general just needs to be witnessed in order for it to be a healthy process. And what I've learned is, you know, both from working with my clients and also just from witnessing the world suffering, is that I have a desire to lean into that strength of offering like a healing solution. And I feel like it works when it's genuine, when it's authentic from the counselor perspective, that you're able to build a rapport and really a trust. The trust part is probably the most important part. If you're able to build a trusting therapeutic relationship with a client, then you're potentially healing a wound, whether it be trauma, abuse, grief, loss, whatever the case may be. You're able to help them unravel like something that's been crippling them. That's kind of what got me into it. Is I was working with a counselor as a caregiver for my grandfather, and it wasn't anything that they said in particular. It wasn't anything that was done. It was just the feeling that they left me with. I want to give that to someone else. I want to be able to provide that feeling of hope. My parents were 16 when they had me, so they needed a lot of support. Yeah, my granddad that I told you about, he had a big role in my life. Then my little brother came. He's 2 years younger than me, so very family-oriented, very small family. I never really saw myself until I met my now husband. Never saw myself as being a parent. I've always loved children. I've done a lot of volunteer work with children. I did Dallas CASA, which is court-appointed special advocate. Did that in my 20s. I'm still a big brother, big sister. I've done that for 12 years. I've done support groups for children who've lost parents. So I've always loved working with children as a mentor. Just never saw myself in that role until I found the best partner. So now we're kind of looking into adopting. I feel like giving a child that opportunity to have a loving home that they otherwise maybe wouldn't have had just feels like it's kind of rises in my heart. So, and specifically, like, we would love a sibling group because we know working in emergency shelters and Dallas CASA and things like that, I know firsthand how hard it is for siblings, especially to stay together. My husband, Josh, we met online, so we got married during the pandemic. He's a family physician. We're pretty much homebodies. We like to watch a lot of movies, and we have 3 fur babies. They're all rescues, and so we do a lot of cuddling with them. My husband was a big ball player. I love hockey, so we've kind of combined our passion, yeah. So I played indoor, like roller rink hockey. So Dallas Stars, yeah, anytime we can go to a Dallas Stars game, we're there.